What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I tell you what, I'm a little bit torn. I had a goal for myself. My goal was to have at least $4,000 invested by the end of this year, and I could certainly do that. I could do that right now if I wanted to. I'm electing, though, not to, and I want to talk a little bit as to why. When you look at, and I've done videos on this in the past, how the market is just growing and growing and growing, there's a lot of volatility built into these things with impeachments and trade talks with China that have really led to those valleys that you see here. And granted, every time that valley has happened, not only have I recovered, I've actually grown. But I know that the sustainability of almost 6% gain, over $200 each month, especially with dividend stocks, which should be a little bit more stable, speak to where the market is going. And there's two things here. Number one, there's a good aspect of this as an investor to know that, hey, the stocks that I've elected to buy, the investments that I've made are doing well. And not only am I seeing a growth in that investment, I'm also getting a greater return on my investment. For example, a company like Pfizer that I'm invested in just increased their dividend. But the downside of that is I also have to understand that majority of what I'm buying right now is at a very high price point. So do I want to continue to invest in just to meet my goal? Or do I want to wait a little bit, see if there is a pullback, particularly after the holidays? I mean, people know that generally around the holidays, the market has a tendency to fluctuate higher, and then it will drop off after the holidays have completed. So I think that is what I'm going to do. And that's probably, again, I mean, I'm not a professional, but I would recommend you to do as well. We're kind of riding a wave right now. And I know a lot of people talk about, the crest of that wave being an absolute downturn in the economy, a crash of the stock market, all those things. And don't get me wrong, I mean, certainly at some point that very well could happen. But I think we're about to see, after the holidays, a little bit of a downturn. And rather than reinvest into stocks now, what I'm going to elect to do is see if there is a little bit of a downturn. And if I can buy some stocks that I want then at a lesser cost than they are now, then I'll be happy. And to be honest, if I can't do that and those stocks continue to increase in value, then at least I had an opportunity to learn from that mistake. I know that by doing this, I could spend more later than I could have spent today. But as with everything, it's judging that risk. It's hedging that bet. Am I doing what I think is best? The right answer won't be known until later. So I'm willing to take a great month here at face value. I'm willing to accept this gain that I've had. And I'm willing to compromise with myself just a bit to delay my goal. As excited as I would be to put that money in yesterday and say, hey, I met my goal, I invested my $4,000, I'm done. I'm going to hold off just a little bit to do that because I think the wiser thing to do is to wait for one of those dips, and I think we're going to see a significant one happen probably December 26th. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking it out. I will be back in the week with more commentary.